This podcast is produced by the youth digital media brand Centennial World.
This podcast was recorded on Gadigal land.
We would like to acknowledge the Gadigal of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of this land, and pay our respects to the elders both past and present.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Welcome to High Stakes.
A podcast about celebrities, beef and pettiness, hosted by two girls who love all three. I'm Laura Marcia.
And I'm Maddie Bogish, and we are two beautiful and modest journalists from Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
The way I was about to say three, I was like, me and our third personality.
Me, myself and I.
So Laura, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in high spirits. I was sick the last couple of weeks and then I was starting to feel really good. And then I hurt my back at the gym. I was doing some very heavy RDLs and on my last rep, I hurt myself. The universe keeps trying to push me down, but I say no. I'm in high spirits still. But
High spirits, High stakes. We should change the name of this podcast to High Stakes. Spirits. I said high stakes. We are high stakes.
Oh, that went over my head because I had a joke.
Tell me a joke.
It was, if we somehow find religion, then we change it to high spirits.
High spirits. You know who has found religion? My ex-boyfriend.
What?
One of my evil ex-boyfriends. Not anyone recent, but...
Anyone you've talked about on the pod loosely? Was it the guy that put the Mars bar?
It wasn't the Mars bar guy. How I know that is actually none of your business.
She does not look them up on social media.
No, I don't. No. Well, sometimes I do, but also haven't in a really long time for this specific person. It just got back to me through friends, which I find quite funny. I think that's even funnier.
I think I still have my ex on Instagram, and every once in a while he's not on my algorithm though, so I don't see it. Right?
Oh, good.
But I think a while ago he just popped up, and I was like, jump scare.
Jump scare.
I think he's in a metal band now. Good for him.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just find that really interesting because I'm very quick to remove someone as a friend, like if we break up. I'm like, sorry, I don't want you in my life anymore.
I think that's a better way to go. I actually can't really remember what went down. This is years and years ago. I was like just out of high school.
Yeah.
Or like,
and those relationships, sorry, do they count?
No, absolutely not. It just doesn't count.
That's why he can stay, because it didn't really have a lasting impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember he posted smack about me, and I think I just wanted to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, fucking keep tabs on that. Was this before the age of burner accounts?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah, that explains it.
Hope he's well, though.
Yeah. And my man that's found God, we're
Yeah.
high spirits. We've digressed enormously.
Yeah,
But you've injured yourself.
I have, but I'm going to do all the right things. I'm going to go to the physio. But it sucks that I've hurt myself at this time because Maddie's just gotten into the gym. The gym is my passion project. I'm a little gym baby and have been for a while. But Maddie's just got into it and I'm really excited about it.
I've been calling you muscle mummy. Like, I have been texting Laura. I've only been to the gym twice in the last, 4 days, which I think is good.
It is good.
It is good, but I'm having a hard time. Like, the last time I went to the gym, it was when I was living in Adelaide, so it was 4 years ago. I'm very out of practice. I've done a lot of HIIT and Pilates. Very different.
Yeah.
Very different. I don't know how to use any of the machines. And do you know how intimidating it is going in at 6 p.m. when there are hot tradies and muscle mummies like Laura all doing their thing, and I walk in and I have no idea how to use anything. And I've messaged Laura and Laura's given me a little routine. What did you call it? A program?
No, that was a text message. I'm going to write you a program.
She's going to actually write me a full program to use. But I'm going off this text message being like, okay, so I need to do my RDLs and I need to do all of these other things. And I go up to this one machine and I'm like, well, I know how to do the hamstring curl, so I'll just do that. And it wasn't on the list. It was not on the list of things
nothing
to
wrong
do.
with that.
And I did it first and you said that was wrong.
Yeah.
I was floundering at the gym and there was the hottest man I've ever seen in my life. And he was doing arms and I was like, I need to get away from him.
You're like,
I need to get away from this man and just do my own thing because I also didn't want to look stupid.
I just want to be really clear. The gym is the most terrifying place sometimes, especially when you don't know what you're doing and you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But no one is focused on you. Everyone is focused on themselves.
That's a really good point.
Can I just remind you of something really quickly?
Yeah.
It's their first time on Earth, Tim.
And it's mine.
I know it is,
It's
Diva.
my first time on Earth. I love
Sorry,
that we're
I'll
bringing that
stop.
back. No, I love this. I love that we brought it back because we just forgot about it. And so I'm glad it's back.
Yeah.
Let's try and use it. I reckon we try and use it maybe once an episode.
Deal.
Shake
Deal.
on it?
Okay. Shake on it. Oh, fuck. Sorry about the mic. I'm really hoping that when my back is better, which I'll be back in the gym next week, it'll be fine. I can come with you. Maybe we can do like a
Hold my
session.
hand.
Literally just like talk you off the ledge.
Yeah.
Would you rather people come up to you or no?
To help me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Just let me do it wrong. Just let me do it wrong. I might just start watching TikToks.
I think you should definitely be watching
Yeah.
demonstration TikToks on how to do
Maybe
it.
do that before
Or
rather than
even-
getting there and being like, I don't know what any of these machines do.
You know what I'm using currently that actually could be helpful is an app called Ladder, and it has a program for
Hillary
you.
Duff.
Yeah,
Hillary Duff
does it.
sponsors Ladder or sponsored by Ladder.
Yeah. What I love about it is an optimized program. I do think it's better if you've had some gym experience though, because you kind of know your own weights, you know your own limits.
Yeah.
Not that I do because I fuck my back doing RDLs. But yeah, it's really good because it has a video and it shows you what you should be doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe I do need that. I'm really sorry to the listener if that was boring chat about our gym habits.
I want to talk about a photo that was taken of us. I like to think it's our first pap pick. So we went to a Spotify event. Thank you, Spotify. It's lovely to be involved in creator events and to feel part of the podcasting community in Sydney. It's really nice that we've been welcomed to that space. So thank you.
Yeah. Prefacing this by saying thank you.
Yeah, thank you, listeners.
Yeah.
But also the photo
Yeah.
we need to discuss.
So
okay,
ugly.
so there was a panel of people talking. We're like taking notes and shit because we want this to do well, all right?
I wasn't taking notes. I was disassociating. Laura was taking notes, and every so often I would lean over and go, "You taking notes, still?"
Voraciously. Again, we both collectively want this project to go well. So
No, I do.
I know you do, but we've got different strengths and that's why we work so well together.
That's true.
This is where I need to step up.
I'm a cunt that won't take notes.
No.
I can't. I'm so funny. Continue.
Oh my God. Okay, Maddie needs to be lifted up this episode, everyone. So maybe send her a compliment. Okay, so in the photo, right? So I'm taking notes. Maddie's sitting there. Lauren's there as well. Centennial, Lauren, and Annabelle. We're all there together. It's very cute. But so this photographer's taken a photo of us listening to this panel.
Yeah.
And we look like the most uninterested people in the world. Maddie is clearly disassociating.
I know, that's the thing. You can see I'm visibly disassociating. And you know what the worst thing is, and I will admit this? I thought I was really mogging. I really thought I was serving face.
This is what I was going to say too.
Did you think you were serving face as well?
I thought I was mogging. I thought I was like serving it. But also, what I was going for was serving attentive listening girl. Because I was taking so many notes and I was actually trying to learn things.
No, we look so ugly.
Lauren looks pissed off. She's literally looking at her phone. It was just like, she's a busy girl. Like, she
head's
runs
down.
a business. She's got to be on the clock all times. Well, they're going to put the photo up on the screen, and I dare say we should post it on our grid.
I think we should. Annabelle has now turned it into a sticker.
she has.
It's a sticker in our group chat because we both look so ugly. But Annabelle managed to get out of it, might I add. Annabelle was hiding behind me.
Yeah.
So she managed to get away scot-free. Lucky girl.
But the best part is in the sticker, which is just there's one of Maddie's face and one of my face. But Maddie's head looks really tall because it's Annabelle's.
Annabelle's behind me and her head's raised me up.
Anyway, I'm going to edit it to make it look fun.
Yeah.
Maybe add some stickers to it for our grid because
That's
it's an
fun.
abomination.
It
But
is really ugly.
So all in all, thank you to Spotify for inviting us. But
Hire a better photographer, babe. I think the worst part about this is as well, it's not even that we had an ugly photo taken, it's that is the only photo of us from the event.
Yes.
Like, and we were talking about this on the walk up to the studio today. There were people at that event who perhaps aren't podcasters yet.
well, they're not.
They're not podcasters, they're creators, and they all got photos. They all look great. And Laura and I genuinely, we have a podcast. Here we are, ladies.
And they're going on LinkedIn and they're going on Instagram. They look great. It was such a good event. It was at this cool little bar. We had like martinis and shit. It was awesome.
And the talks were really insightful.
Dare I say we need to advocate for ourselves on the photo front more. It sucks, but we do because we
worst-
can't fucking mog with. We can't.
We can't mog. No mogging has to be a sanction on mogging, especially when you think, I just hate it though. I do this so often. I think I'm serving face, but I'm actually like I look fucked.
Same.
But you have a good jaw.
I don't like my jaw.
When I saw that photo of you, I was like, look, you don't look particularly happy, but your jawline looks incredible. I am getting the droopy jaws. I'm almost 30 now, guys. I know I tell everyone that I'm a Gen Z, but my face, gravity is starting to pull it down into the depths of hell.
I just want to
fear
really
you can
disagree
tell.
on this.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry. I just disagree.
I just disagree.
I just disagree.
Get my jaw's name out your mouth.
Literally. We need to start complaining about the photo.
No, the photo was bad. And it's just upsetting because lately we haven't been getting any photos together. And I think this has been a problem since we launched the podcast. Because we spend so much time together.
Yeah.
We very rarely get photos together. It's dire.
It's dire. Shall we?
We've chatted for so long. I'm feeling adequately warmed up though. Let's do it.
Get me with it.
So this week on The Grill, Alexa Demie has confirmed that even though Euphoria has ended, her acting career hasn't. TikToker Charli D'Amelio is fighting with her parents. And no, it's not because she's always on her damn phone. And Queer Eye's Karamo Brown has spoken out about his beef with the Fab Five.
Oh, sounds good. Should we get into it?
I think we should.
For our first story, Alexa Demie has finally dismantled the long-standing rumours that she's quitting acting for good after the end of Euphoria. In case you don't know who she is, Alexa Demie is a 35-year-old actress best known for her immaculate portrayal of Maddie Perez in Euphoria. And ever since she gained mainstream traction, Alexa was very quickly branded as an it girl. In part, this was due to her character's no fucks given attitude, but also how nonchalant she was in how she approached being a public figure.
I love this. No
Yeah.
fucks given on all aspects. Anyway, so Alexa barely did any interviews aside from the ones that she was contractually obliged to do, and only appeared in one credited role in the 4 years since season 2 of Euphoria had landed on our screens. Then in 2020, she made a rare appearance on an episode of the A24 podcast with Nathan Fielder, who is your weird little king you've written in brackets.
Oh my God, I love him. I'm obsessed
I
with
was looking
him.
at that and I was like, I don't remember thinking he's a weird little king. Which one is he?
Oh my God, Nathan Fielder. He's in The Curse. You have to see Nathan for you.
I see him as a weird little king too, but I don't really know him. I don't know the man.
I just want to take a sidebar here. Everybody, please go watch a little bit of Nathan for you. The Rehearsal should be watched. And The Curse is fucking weird, but watch that too.
Okay.
Sorry.
This.
Thank you. I love him. He's ridiculous.
And I love that these are your recommendations. You
Yeah.
managed to get them in.
Oh my God, I did.
Incredible.
Love that.
So in this podcast with Nathan, our weird little king, Alexa and him discuss their experiences doing auditions. And for Nathan, they were kind of this embarrassing and terrible thing, which is why he forged his own, I guess you would say, silly little path.
I wrote that, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was like, you've written silly. I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have given myself this line because it feels so authentic to Laura, but it's so fine. And Alexa reveals that she finds auditions horrible for another reason. So do we want to roll the tape for that one?
Yes, we do.
You wanted to quit performing
Auditioning, acting, yeah.
just because it was
Because I wasn't booking anything ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And it was really hard, especially because I feel like a lot of the lead roles I would go out for would go to a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. I mean, even for Maddie, I think some people saw her as that, they didn't really see her as me. So I had to go in and prove myself too.
So did people try to say this is what roles you would be good for before that?
Kind of without saying it. I just don't think I would be typically looked at for a lead role. You never see a mixed or a Latin girl as a lead. It was kind of hard and I was kind of over it, and I was over people saying no to me.
What changed it then?
Honestly, I feel like what really changed it was Euphoria.
So, obviously, this is quite a valid perspective. Do you agree?
I think so. Absolutely. If you're thinking, I don't mean, it is very natural to have the opinion that most things would go to blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls in acting. It's quite a racist field.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it is.
Racist. It's also, what's the word when it favours men?
Sexist?
Sexist. Sorry. Babe, my brain's buffering. I've got a headache.
Oh, she's got a headache. But you're absolutely right. It is a racist and sexist field.
It's so funny to me because I try and convince people that I'm quite smart, but then I realise these episodes exist.
Girl, you are smart.
No, I know, but
It's been a long, hard day, okay? It's 6:28 right now. Like Michaela Nagura said, it's 5:16. Try be a podcaster for one day. Just try it. She didn't say that. She's talking about being an influencer.
Literally just finished work and it's 5:19. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it.
do agree with this perspective though.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. So this quote, combined with Alexa's elusivity, contributed to a growing discourse that she was going to quit acting. Some people and publications like the Daily Mail, the cornerstone of truthful journalism, reported that she was frustrated that she wasn't getting the same opportunities as Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney.
Right. And with Euphoria's cult fan base and many, many setbacks for season 3, which we have touched on in our previous Euphoria episode, this A24 interview just kept being taken out of context and circulating around the internet every few months. I do recall it quite often popping up being like, can't believe this is going to be Alexa's last role. So many people said that. They're like, this season's going to be her last act ever.
Yeah.
Anyway. But this week, in an exclusive interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Alexa sat down to set the record straight. And it is such a good read and write-up if you have the time, but we will just give you some spark notes. So this is how the piece kicks off. Alexa Demie is not retiring from acting. If you are wondering why this even needs to be said of a 35-year-old actress coming off the final season of TV's buzziest show and the most high-profile gig of her career, then you have clearly not been paying attention to the more euphoria-obsessed corners of the internet.
In this piece, The Hollywood Reporter talks directly about the podcast quote, before going into some examples of the very struggle that Alexa was talking to Nathan Fielder about because HBO wanted a blonde cheerleader to play the character of Maddie. Even Sam Levinson, the creator of Euphoria, told the publication that he instantly knew he wanted Alexa as Maddie, but HBO wasn't on board. Sam Levinson gave a quote to The Hollywood Reporter which said, HBO didn't think she was right for the part because they had imagined a blonde cheerleader. I remember pulling her aside and giving her some tips. I think she was wearing something red and I knew that the execs would immediately think, oh, she's too Latin. So I told her, don't wear anything red to soften up what I knew would be their initial perception.
And speaking about Euphoria and her experience on set, Alexa denies that she actually had a bad experience like the headlines kind of implied, which is always nice. I like it when they clear those things up because sometimes those headlines, they do be misleading. So from that same article that we referenced earlier, it continues, she says the hours were long, but the time on set was enjoyable. The scripts did change constantly, but she always liked the final result. And if there were elements that she was uncomfortable with, Levinson listened. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's quite a juxtaposition to what we might have heard about other things.
Yes, a juxtaposition to what we did talk about in our last episode on Euphoria. So
Big deep dive.
worth a listen. Would have been good to have this perspective when we did that.
Oh, true.
It's okay. We've already done it now. So
And also, like, we didn't include her in the...
because she did no press.
Well, she did no press and she didn't have any beef with him.
It's true.
And this seems to be it.
Yeah, exactly right.
In any way.
So while Alexa admits that there were moments that made her feel uncomfortable, like her sex scenes and nudity in season 1, she doesn't blame production or Sam Levinson for those uncomfortable moments. She said, I thought that if I said no to doing them, then I wouldn't have the part. Not because anyone ever said that to me, but because I was so young and I didn't know. I'm not saying I don't love sex, and I think it can be portrayed beautifully. And I know the show is portraying the life of teenage girls. But once I did it, I realized, okay, I don't love how this feels. So I said something and everyone was empathetic and I never did that again.
Good for her.
Yeah, and she didn't. She absolutely didn't.
Fucking good for her, I say.
So the interview and the write-up is really, really good because it paints such a clear image of who Alexa is.
Yeah.
She is a woo-woo girl just like you and me. And she talks about how she just sought refuge in the hills of LA. And she brought her energy healer to the photo shoot that they did for the Hollywood Reporter. And at one point she talks about how she met this woman in the hills who has falcons and sometimes she takes her with her to fly the falcons. And how she doesn't use her phone, she doesn't look at all the press. And sometimes her friends will show her the press. And that's how she knows about the rumors about her quitting acting.
Wow.
Like she's cool, man.
But I do think when I read woo woo girl, I thought initially you meant like woo woo, get on the beers, not woo woo as in witchy woo woo.
Oh no, she's witchy woo woo.
Whereas we are, we're witchy woo woo.
We're witchy woo woo with a rising of woo woo.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas she's just witchy woo woo.
She's witchy woo woo.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. That's very funny from you. I also think it's quite interesting that she took an energy healer to the set
Oh yeah.
of the photo shoot. Mm-hmm. There's bad juju in here. We need to clear this up. She
Like,
wants
cleanse
to make
that.
sure. And the photos that have come out, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
So pretty.
So I think that helps. Yeah, and like you mentioned, she's shown the online rumors by her friends, and in the article she says, did you ever think that I don't want it? People really take the authority out of your hands. What happened to my ability to choose? I like my life like this and I wouldn't change it. And Alexa also mentioned that Euphoria encouraged her to come out of her shell, so I think that makes sense. If I didn't have that experience, I'd be hiding up there like Enya. But that life is always there for me, and what I'm learning is that I can have both. And apparently in the article, she points up into the air with her fingers. Laura said off mic just before that she thought it would be quite cunty.
Yeah.
What do we make of that?
I mean, firstly, I just think she's such an it girl. And I love the idea that she's like, I don't want to be this super famous girl that you want me to be, even though she's got so much star power. And I think that's where the discourse came from because there's this girl that's so fucking cool. And they're like, she should be like Sydney Sweeney. But Sydney Sweeney wants those opportunities.
I would also argue Sydney Sweeney, while conventionally attractive and hot, I wouldn't see her as an it girl.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, I think you have to have a je ne sais quoi to be an
Joie
it.
de vivre.
And now now we're French.
Très bien.
This podcast is bilingual.
Tell that to my Duolingo out.
I know, but I do think that Sydney Sweeney, perhaps, while conventionally attractive, hot, she's not an it girl.
Agreed.
It feels like a loaded thing to say because obviously there are some things that I don't like about her.
Yeah.
And people can disagree with me on that, but I would argue that Zendaya and Alexa, there's just something about them.
Yeah.
In the same way that there's also something about Hunter Schafer, right?
Yes.
I love Hunter Schafer.
Oh my gosh. I think all of them have a bit of an edge to them.
Oh, they're all edgy in
But
different
I think
ways.
that being an it girl, you need edge. I think you need to have something different that is not the conventional expectation of current media. And that's what makes you an it girl.
Oh, and that in Sydney is pretty much just like,
She is so many people's right-wing dream girl. Yeah. And I think that works for her and that's fantastic. But to be an it girl, in my opinion, you got to have that some.
that is my opinion.
I thought it was interesting if we look at what Zendaya's mum said about it.
I love this. Yes, we should.
Well, this is what she said. Lots of messages in my DMs from people about last night's episode. I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. Definitely made me sad and other emotions as well. But just going to leave it right there. What do we make of that?
Oh my God. I really wish that this could have been the whole story, but obviously it can't be the whole story because we would have to, one, give away spoilers, and two, it's just not big enough. But this is so funny to me because obviously Zendaya hasn't said anything. I think she said that she was grateful for the show.
Yeah.
She was so proud of all the work that she's done. She didn't come out and say that she was angered, but if one person in the world is going to say all of the emotions you are feeling, it's your mother.
Oh, amen.
It is your mother. And I just think, she's obviously sad to watch her daughter. Can we give spoiler alert?
Why don't we just say go through immense hardship?
It would be hard to watch your daughter's character go through immense hardship
would be
without
hard.
any real resolution. What did you think of the ending?
I thought it was fine. I wrote a full article about this. I did a big old review about it. I just think that, like we talked about with season 3, all of the characters and their motivations have been flattened. The portrayal of women felt really stifled. Yes, there were so many storytelling elements about God and religion, and that was really fascinating. And Levinson has a really beautiful way of shooting sometimes. So there were elements I really loved, but I just thought it was fine. And there was a lot of shock value, which is what he's been going for this whole season instead of substance. So I'll put my headline up.
No, I thought it was a really great read up, to be honest. But I'm glad we ended on that because, her character did die. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, well, she did do the spoiler at the end.
Her character died, and her character died the same way that Angus Cloud passed away.
Oh, yeah, because you were saying off mic that you thought it was weird.
I thought it was strange. I do understand the reasoning behind it. So just for some context, Angus Cloud was from the Euphoria cast. He played Fezco, and he died from a fentanyl overdose in 2023. So the article that I've sent Laura in particular was Sam Levinson's interview with Interview magazine saying the reason, like how he kills Rue. And it says this: when Angus died of a fentanyl overdose, I was so heartbroken, but I thought this is what 75,000 families are experiencing a year in the United States with fentanyl. I knew how much audiences loved Rue and how much they saw the goodness in her despite all the bullshit she gets into. I thought, if I can mirror the devastation that a family can feel with losing a loved one to fentanyl, then it's worth it.
I mean, sure, and I hear that.
I think it's weird. I think it's a really weird way to kill a character who's, really close with a real life person who's died of the same thing. I'm sorry.
I hear you. I'm thinking from I do agree with him though. Fentanyl is a very serious problem and it's devastating. However, my big beef with it, and I wrote about this, is the fact that in season 3, Rue's addiction problems don't really seem front of mind. And it feels like a bit of a cheap shot by bringing them back at the end. And even then, it wasn't necessarily her addiction problems. It was the fact that she had fentanyl-laced drug given to her by someone trying to kill her. So,
Let's go to our next story, please. We spent too much time on that.
We did.
Anyway, so for our next story today, American TikTok star Charli D'Amelio appears to be feuding with her parents, Mark and Heidi, and it's not because of her screen time, but because they've allegedly stolen from her.
Yikes.
Huge yikes. So in case your algorithm is feeding you other content, good for you, I guess, and you haven't heard her name before, Charli D'Amelio, I say that other good for you, I guess, in jest, by the way. I actually like her content, to be fair. So Charli D'Amelio is a 22-year-old professional dancer turned TikToker who first posted on the app in June 2019. She then rose to prominence for her lip-syncing dance videos at just 15. So this was a very simple time where TikTok was just these videos to tacky remixes.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was a time.
Carol Baskin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
miss those times.
That's unlocked something in there.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So from March 2020 to June 2022, Charli was the most followed creator on TikTok. And honestly, she was really a driving force behind the whole trending dance movement. And it has really paid off for her because today she has 150 million followers and ranked in so many brand deals. And Charli also earned $17.5 million in branding and endorsement deals back in 2021, which according to Forbes made her the highest paid TikTok star.
Must be nice. And Charli's career really extended out of the silly little clock app. And she's gone on to win season 31 of Dancing with the Stars in 2022, has appeared on Broadway in the musical & Juliet, and has even starred in a reality show called The D'Amelio Show. So that was alongside her parents, Mark, who was a former politician, and Heidi, who was a former model, and her older sister, Dixie. And this ran for 3 seasons from 2021 to 2023.
Yeah. And we should also note here that Dixie is also a TikTok star in her own right, as her TikToks also took off not too long after Charli, really catapulting the two girls into fame. And speaking to Us Weekly in July 2020, before their reality show kicked off in 2021, and I quote, "We're lucky to have an incredible support system. Our mum and dad are so active in balancing our schedules and making sure that we always prioritise school and work first."
Yeah, and I've always gotten the gist that because the girls were kind of thrust into the spotlight at such a young age and their parents really took the charge here. Like we mentioned, Charli was 15 and Dixie would have been 18 back in 2019. So, and this was also at a time where Charli was collaborating with huge brands. And according to Forbes, so in that same piece that we referenced earlier, it was estimated that the girls were charging $250,000 USD per post.
Bro.
Per one post. I'm sorry, a girl can dream. Speaking of, go follow High Stakes Pod on Instagram, please. Get us to 500 so we can make dot cakes.
Yeah, we actually thank you everyone who's followed us this last week. It's actually been really nice.
We actually should have mentioned that at the top. It's too late now.
It's fine. It's good that you snuck it in here.
Anyway.
Really clever.
Basically, it's a lot of money. The girls had a huge following and I can't fault them for that. I would like that for myself. And the D'Amelio family were basically able to leverage Charli and Dixie's fame and turn it into a business empire. And they went on to launch their own umbrella company, D'Amelio Brands, which primarily focused on equity deals, venture capital, and their own proprietary product lines.
You know, when I was scanning this, I was like, they launched an umbrella range? It took me a hot minute to
You
be
know
like,
what? They might have.
who knows what they've done? That aside. Okay, so the girls are rolling in money and so are their parents essentially. But as we always say, more money, more problems. But we don't actually believe it because we want more money.
We need more money, yeah.
Yeah.
We say more money, less problems.
Yes. Anyway, on May 31st, internet gossip goblin Demie posted a blind item of the D'Amelio family alleging that Charli has discovered that her parents had been stealing from her. Sources allege that TikTok and Broadway star Charli D'Amelio discovered millions of dollars had been transferred out of accounts that were established during the years her career was managed by her parents. Insiders claim the transfers allegedly occurred over an extended period and involved funds that were intended for Charli's savings. According to sources, Charli became aware of the situation after her parents were allegedly supposed to be removed from certain accounts. The matter is now reportedly in the hands of attorneys. Sources further allege that the dispute has caused a major rift with the family, with Charli's sister Dixie reportedly siding with their parents. All allegations remain unverified. So that is explosive. What do you think?
Well, I would assume that, look, they haven't been verified, so where is this information coming from? But also, has it not been verified because it's just come from Charli, potentially?
That's a thought.
I mean, it would take a lot, and it takes a lot for Demie to post things, I think. I don't think she's not as big on the making up front, is she?
She gets sent things. And she usually tries to see who they're from, or she'll say if it's a confirmed source or not. But she's not doing extra reporting to find out if it's verified, I don't think.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, so I found that quite interesting that it's like nothing's been verified, so it could just mean that Charli has come out and said this and told Demie. It would make sense for someone who's a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha to go out and leak it to Demie.
Not going to tell people.
Daily Mail.
Yeah, true. I do think it's also worth noting that this is quite a common thing for child stars. There's been a
Yes.
few. Not saying this happened, but just it has happened in the past.
Oh, as in like the parents taking money. Well, you
Yes.
have Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, Ariel Winter. A lot of child stars get emancipated for this very reason. So something to think about.
Yeah. And naturally, Mark, like the failed politician he is, spoke out in an attempt to kind of quash these rumours by commenting on Demie's Instagram.
This is what he said. No one called me for an interview. This is not true. We love Charli, but she is being manipulated and I have the receipts. Over the last 6 years, we have remained silent and never addressed gossip, but the time has come to set the record straight. She's always had a team in place, lawyers, business manager, agent. We purposely set it up that way. Not sure if you know anything about our family, but we were doing fine before TikTok. Around the same time Mark took to Instagram, Charli made a cryptic post on her TikTok. I say cryptic because it's a photo of her crying with the caption, "I'll be back dancing later. I'm depressed. Leave me alone."
Yeah, so it's really not. She's depressed about something. Maybe it's her family feud.
Maybe.
And then in an Instagram live, Mark doubled down on his comments that he'd made to Demie, adding that he hadn't spoken to Charli in some time and that she was being manipulated by someone who saw her as a cash cow, and he wasn't referring to himself. He also alleged that Dixie went through a similar situation and that he's only speaking to his daughter through lawyers. So I think it is quite interesting, maybe perhaps a family member, question mark?
Yeah, I mean, this is messy that he is telling people that he's not speaking to his daughters.
Well, he is speaking to Dixie. Speaking to Dixie, but he's not speaking to Charli.
I just think as a father and a failed politician, getting on Instagram live and talking business like this is actually crazy.
I think the one good thing is Charli doesn't follow him on Instagram anymore, so she wouldn't see it.
Well, that's very good. Good for her. Yeah, that's messy, man. Mark, you're being messy.
Mark is being messy.
Mark.
Messy Mark. But also I think if you've had one side of your story leaked, like an incorrect side, you would want to try and clear that up as quickly as possible. Where do you go? What do you do? How many followers does he have? Oh, 1.2 million followers.
Jeez.
So he has a fair few.
Who's following Mark D'Amelio?
Yeah, and on Mother's Day, he posted a photo of Heidi saying, "Happy Mother's Day to the most incredible mum I know, Heidi. You always wanted to be a mother and you've done an incredible job. I've witnessed firsthand the love, devotion and commitment you give to our family every single day. You've always been there for our girls through every stage of life while making our home fun, loving and full of life."
That's nice.
I think it's an interesting thing to post when you know one of your daughters hasn't spoken to you since 2025.
I think he's saving face. I think that's what that is.
See, I'm bad for it though, because I'm like, why would you post something like that if you don't mean it? I have a really hard time with people whose actions don't line up with their words.
And that's a fair criticism to have of people.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any more comments you want to make of this? Because I think for me, it's like we don't have any information to really make a comment. It doesn't sound good though.
It doesn't sound good, and I do think if it is true and the parents have stolen the money, that's fucked. I don't like that.
No, it's awful, especially when it's not like they were wanting for money. They had plenty of money, and I'm sure Charli had plenty of money, but it's the principle.
It's the principle. No, but that's the thing. They were meant to be putting away all this money for her, and it would have been from the time that she was 15 until she was 19, 18, 19. So that's 3 years, and that was 3 years when she was really big. So it would be a lot of money.
And even if they said to her as an adult now, look, we used $1 million during that time. We spent it on rent and this and this and this. We can pay it back to you if you would like, or are you happy to let that be water under the bridge? If they were really transparent about that, then I feel like it would be a different situation when she's bloody rolling in it.
And then for Mark to come out and be like, it's not true, she's being manipulated by someone else. It's like, did someone else steal the money? Or is that part of it just made up?
Yeah, good point.
I'm not sure. Is someone using her as a cash cow? Or did you actually steal from her and someone's told her and now you're like, oh, nope, she's being manipulated. He did tell people that the claims were false.
Fair enough. Well, we'll have to wait and see with this one.
We can't say anything. We don't want to get sued.
It's true.
But that's messy. Messy Mark.
Messy Mark. Should we go to our next one?
Next one, please.
Okay. For our third and final story, Queer Eye's Karamo is finally speaking out about the breakdown of the Fab Five. And it's not that fab. So we first covered this story back in January, but basically the internet lost their minds when Karamo Brown from Netflix Queer Eye pulled out of doing the press for the final season of the Feel Good Makeover show. But Maddie wasn't here for this, so I want to ask you, how much do you know about this story?
Admittedly, not much because because I wasn't on the episode, so I didn't listen back with a critical thinking cap. I was listening back like I was doing my washing. I think, oh, my friends sound so fun. So I actually didn't absorb any of this information. But obviously, to research for this, I do know a lot more now. So Karamo was the lifestyle expert on Queer Eye, and he was all dolled up and ready to go out alongside his co-stars Tan France, Anthony Porowski, Jonathan Van Ness, and Jeremiah Brent when he abruptly pulled out, leaving the remaining cast to front up and do CBS mornings with Gayle King without him. So he's literally just left them there and said, nah, fuck this, fuck your mum, I'm out of here. And at the time, Karamo had Gayle read out a statement in his absence saying, I hope everyone remembers the main theme I've tried to teach them over the past decade, which is to focus on and to protect their mental health and peace from people or a world who seek to destroy it, which is why I can't be there today. So that's loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So on that same day, he was also scheduled to appear on Today with Jenna and Chanel, alongside the Fab Five, of course. But he pulled out of that one too, providing a statement. And this video, I'm going to play it for you. Yes.
We received an email from Karamo's assistant this morning, which said in part, quote, Karamo has felt mentally and emotionally abused for years, and he's been advised by his therapist to protect himself and his peace by not attending. But he did send this video. Take a look.
Hey, Jenna and Chanel, congratulations on becoming the most amazing duo in daytime TV. I just want to say thank you to all the fans who supported us and rocked with us for 10 seasons. This new season is going to be amazing. You're going to love every minute of it. And just like the themes of this season, I'm modeling what I believe is most important, which I want to remind you all. Love yourselves and protect yourselves. That's why I'm here at home and not there. But continue to watch the show. The crew worked on it and did an amazing job. I want to shout out to the crew. I want to shout out to all the fans. I want to shout out to the executives from Netflix. Thank you for having me for 10 seasons.
So everyone but the Fab Five?
Yeah, literally everyone but the Fab Five. And also he said the executives from Netflix, but not the executives from the other production companies that also worked on that show. I think that's really important. He's very much keeping his ties with Netflix firmly. What's that?
Tied?
They're tied, I guess. They're not cut. What's the opposite of cut? Not cut.
Still together. I don't know.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm dumb.
You're not dumb. We're just sleepy.
Yeah, so all that is very interesting. But at the time, his co-stars were very supportive of his decision to step away. I think Jonathan Van Ness actually made a statement being like, good for him or something to
like
that effect. But the whole thing turned out to be a bit of a clusterfuck. There were also claims that the remaining cast dragged Karamo. And this all kind of went down when TMZ and I think People reported that the remaining cast kind of dragged Karamo for his lifestyle choices, quote unquote, when Karamo's mother had actually overheard and decided to tell him.
Yeah, because it was like they were on set and she was there at the set visit. She had the headphones on and she can listen through the monitor, and they were on set not realizing that, like, they weren't filming, but on the monitors you can still, you
Hot
could hear
mic.
it. It's a hot mic.
Like these.
Oh, yeah. So on the hot mic, basically they allegedly said something that was really offensive.
I think if my mum overheard my friends talking shit about me behind my back, I would not want her to even mention it. I do not want to whisper of that. I think whatever happens behind my back stays behind my back forever.
Well, at the time, I don't think she told him what they said, but just relayed the fact that it was like quite hurtful.
Yeah.
These are meant to be your close friends. At least that's how they made it out to seem. The Fab Five were meant to be very, very close. And that was part of the marketing, but it also genuinely seemed like that was the case, at least before Bobby was like, Bobby left. I do think, though, if your mum overheard, if you were talking smack about me and my mum overheard.
Oh, yes, but your mother is witchy woo-woo. She would probably telepathically tell you exactly what I was saying. I would never talk shit behind Laura's back, especially near her mother.
Yeah, Maddie's too smart to talk shit in front of my mum.
Literally.
She'd probably sense it from the Central Coast to be like,
Your evil eye bracelet would break.
Oh my God, it would. It would.
I just wouldn't. But also, but I think if my mum overheard my friends talking smack, I think it is different because the lifestyle choices that they're referring to, I think, is because of his drinking.
Okay.
But given what we know, he had been sober for a really long time, and they're obviously, I think, maybe talking smack about that.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, your friends talking smack about you and your mum hearing would make you feel like shit, you know? And for the first time since this drama came to light, Karamo is sharing his side of the story. In an exclusive chat with People magazine, Karamo confirmed him ditching the press run was because of the tensions within the cast. Tensions is a light way of putting it. People said it was years of toxicity, bullying, and unchecked bad behaviour by executives and members of production.
Yeah, so tensions is a light way of putting it. And can we also add here that this exclusive chat was more so to promote his lifestyle app, K. I think it's called K or Key.
Well, isn't that just the reality of getting an exclusive chat these days? It's always to promote something. It's very, very rarely just for the good the good of a chat.
It's a wellness app.
Yeah.
So
So, you know, in journalism, you do have to kind of take these ones as they come.
I think that's an interesting point because I obviously write lifestyle and quite often I'll get offered chats with people for, you know, projects that they're working on, but I am often only very specifically allowed to ask them about that thing,
Yeah,
which is upsetting because I really am like, just give me 1 or 2 interesting quotes, please.
totally. So this is what Karamo said. Because of the work I'd done on myself, I asked, if I stay quiet right now and pretend I'm sick or something, whose peace am I protecting? Everyone would just say, well, that's just that person, instead of saying, this behavior does not fly in a professional environment. It impacted me negatively consistently. And we'll roll a tape of Karamo relaying this kind of thing he's talking about.
Someone who was involved with the show came up to me in front of people and said, you are not a star. You are nothing. You will get replaced tomorrow. These are our stars and you are not it. What are you supposed to do with that? Are you supposed to fight back? I guess. But when it's your first opportunity, your first big break, you're so thankful to be there, you just go along with it. But does that play in the back of your head constantly that people don't see value in you? Every single day.
That is really sad, and I am very much like that. The second I get an inkling that I'm not wanted somewhere, I will really fixate on that, and I find it really hard to move past. So I definitely resonate with that. That's really sad.
Yeah, me too. I'm exactly the same.
You and I are very, very similar. The second someone says something that even implies that we don't belong somewhere, we take it and we run with it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, so that is a bit of an indicator of the type of, I guess, conflicts he encountered. Being told he's not a star is upsetting.
Yeah,
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
it is a bit rough. Everyone wants to be told they're a star, but I also think it paints a good picture of the set allegations because an environment where someone can just be told that straight up is not really an environment I would feel super comfortable to be on.
Imagine our bosses telling us that we weren't stars. I'd be very upset.
I'd be like, you're wrong.
I think she can think. I think my bosses can think it. Our bosses
Absolutely.
can absolutely think it. But the second you say it, I'll be like, well, that's me done. Time
Yeah.
for me to clock out. You will never see this face again. That's that Curtis guy from the Bacon.
Oh my God, bacon is good for me.
Yeah.
Joy.
Obviously, ITV and Scout Productions, who produced Queer Eye, do deny the allegations of a toxic workplace environment, but I don't believe them. And Karamo also confirmed that the story of his mum overhearing Jonathan Van Ness, Tan, and Anthony talking smack about his lifestyle choices was true, and that it came at a time when he relapsed after 12 years of sobriety.
Ooh.
So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, when I read it at the first glance, I was like, well, maybe it's because of alcohol or drug abuse or something. And I just think that's a really weird, that's not something you talk about in a professional setting anyway about your colleagues, but hey, that's just me. And Karamo also mentioned that he still to this day doesn't know what his mum heard, which I think, back to my point, I do agree with that. Don't tell him. Anyway, he went on to say, the thing I know is the tears I saw in my mother's eyes. She kept repeating, I thought they were your friends. It made me realize I can no longer stay silent about how often I was made to feel like an outsider.
Oh.
This is really heartbreaking. You know, when I was writing this story, it didn't clock to me how sad it was.
Yeah, no, it feels really sad.
Yeah.
And in the piece, Karamo also claimed that he and one of his co-stars, who he doesn't name, had a relationship in the casting phase of the show, which was then investigated after a third party filed a complaint. He noted that his complaint and the subsequent investigation was what divided the Fab Five initially.
Yeah.
That's tea.
Right? Big T. But then also someone from ITV denies this.
Oh, okay.
Says that his recollection of accounts are false. He said that the investigation was true, but the way things panned out wasn't.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's all very interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Who do we think that he had a relationship with, JVN?
Oh my God, I have no clue.
What if it was one of the married ones and that's why it can't be spoken about? That's why I had to get investigated, your face.
I don't know.
And the noise that you made, what a treat for the listener.
Sorry, everyone.
Like, oh,
I'm feeling hoarse. I'm still getting over my sinusitis. Anyway.
yeah, what do you think?
I don't know who it could be. I've got no clue because they all have such amazing chemistry on screen.
Well, that's the thing. Even watching that video where he was saying why he couldn't be on the show, he was in such high spirits.
I found it a bit funny when I first watched it back with Lauren, being like, you're bringing the energy, man.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's so strange to me because I'm not really good at, you know this, I'm not good at faking energy. The second I need to be out of somewhere, I cannot fake it. You are
I'm good at
Admittedly,
it.
you are really good at it.
Thank
You
you.
turn it on. Mama turns it on. Spotify event, she turned it on. I do think it's such a testament to how good and charismatic he is and maybe the chemistry he had with the other four. It was so hard to see anything but how good they were together.
Yeah.
But they were bad, womp womp.
Womp womp. It's just sad. I think what our big takeaway from this is big sadness.
Yeah, it is really sad. It is sad. Glad that he's gone on to do other projects.
Yes.
Does he have he had a daytime TV show that got axed, didn't he?
I have no clue about that. Did he?
Karamo, he's got a chat show.
That went so over my radar. It's crazy.
And it first launched in September 2022.
Well, would you look at that?
It's a syndicated TV show.
I do think he'd be good at that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
All of them would be.
He was so charismatic. So charismatic. All of them would be, but it is a shame that they're just beefing with each other. Are any of them still friends?
I don't know.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, because the first beef obviously was Bobby. The falling out with Bobby. So this one I'm like, okay.
What was the falling out with Bobby?
Well, Bobby left the show
Yes.
and then was replaced with Jeremiah Brent. And I think if I remember correctly, it was that he thought all their contracts would end when one of them didn't want to do it.
Oh.
And he just decided, you know what, we've had a good run, I've had enough. And then the others just signed on and they're, okay, we'll replace him. But it was the conversations. I think he implied that there were conversations that they all decided they weren't going to do it.
Oh,
then changed their mind. Well, that's
Snakey McGee.
that's just his perspective.
That's my opinion. No, that's Snakey McGee behaviour. I believe that. It's giving double-crossed Sophia Franklin vibes. Everything is interconnected.
Everything's interconnected.
This episode has been, what a ride.
It truly has been a ride. It's our first day on Earth too, and I think
Not
it's
our first
beautiful.
day, first time.
Oh, we need to end this.
All right, should we get out of here?
I think so. Thank you so much for listening. You can listen to High Stakes on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram. And if you do, and we reach 500 followers, we will be making dot cakes.
Yes.
TikTok, we haven't really thought about, but you can also follow us on TikTok at High Stakes Pod.
Love ya. Bye.